Good day, learners. You are welcome to Tauba Digital Technologies. Today we'll be creating a project called CBT application. This CBT application is going to be like a game whereby you have real questions. Then as you play the game, you have points. Then you can also use the point to get life. Okay, how do we start? We are going to make use of 3 different languages: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now let us begin the project. Let us create a folder for the project. So let us call the folder CBT. Let's say CBT game. CBT underscore game. Okay. Then let us open our text editor. Just open a new folder. Okay. Then let's go to desktop desktop to select the folder we want to open. Here is the folder CBT game. Okay. Now this is the folder. As you can see, we have nothing inside the folder. So let us open the folder. As you can see, we have nothing inside this folder. Okay, like I said, we are going to make use of 3 languages. So let us create 3 files. This one is going to be for the HTML. Then we are saving that with index.html. That's going to be the main file. Then let us save it inside the folder we have created for the CBT game. Okay, then save. So inside the folder here, as you can see, we have that page. Let us open the page with our default browser. It's coming up. Okay. Then let us open another file for CSS. Then let's save this with, let's say, then let's say CBT underscore game underscore style. Okay. Dot CSS. CSS is the extension of this file. That's CBT game style dot CSS. Then save into the folder. Okay, now we have 2 files, and here is it. This is for CSS, then this is for HTML. We need one more for the JavaScript. Let's just open another file, then save this into the folder. Then we can call this CBT CBT game. Okay, CBT underscore game underscore script dot JS is the extension for JavaScript. Okay, making 3 now. Then check your folder. We have 3 of them now. As you can see, the last one here is for HTML. That's where we are going to write our code. Then this is the page for style. This is file for script. Then let us link these 2 files. We are going to link them into this index. So let us open the index. Here is index. Then type your HTML structure inside. Say HTML. Okay. Then we can put title of the game here. So this is the folder. This is the page on our browser. You can see CBT game index. So to link, okay, let's give this a title. Let's say CBT game. CBT game. Okay. Then the title will appear here. Refer to say, okay. So we have given our page a title. Then let us link the CSS. Just a link. Then you type the name of the CSS page here, which is CBT underscore game underscore style. Dot CSS. So we have linked the CSS to this particular page. Save. Then let us test it. Let's go to the script. Just say body. Let's give it a style by saying background. Okay. Okay, background. Then let's give it a color. As 2923 D3F. Okay. Save. Then refresh the page to see if your CSS page is linked. As you can see, the page is linked to the index. So doesn't matter, you can give it any color. If you change this to red, let's say red, save it, then refresh the page. As you can see, if you give it any color, let's say green, save, refresh. As you can see, the page is linked fine. That means we have linked this CSS to the index here. Then let us link the script as well. That's a script then src equal to, then put the name of the JavaScript page, which is CBT underscore game underscore script dot js. You can see the name here. This is how to link JavaScript page to index. Okay, so let's go back to our style page to use the default background, which okay, this one is nice. So let's go to our CSS to test if this page is the script, to test if the page is linked to our index. Just say let's use alert function to test. Alert function, let's just say hello. Save, then refresh. When you refresh this page, alert will pop up if the page is connected to, okay, can you see the page is connected, the JavaScript is now connected to this index as well. Okay, let us begin the project now. Let's go to index to put our codes. Okay, the first thing is to, we need life in our game, so let's use paragraph tag for life. Then we can declare ID here, ID equal to life. Okay, that's the name. That means the number of lives will appear here. Then we also need another thing called buy. We need to buy life, so let's just say the ID. Let's declare ID for that. The ID is for our CSS. ID by making true. Then we also need to display score. Okay, for this by, let us put plus symbol. Okay, save. Then let's see the page here. Okay, this is the plus. Let me remove the style first. Let me remove this background color so that we can see it clearly. Let me put something clearer. Let's say F99. So put cream color, so it will be lighter for us to see the button. Okay, as you can see, then JavaScript is also working. As you can see this, that is plus symbol to buy. When you click this plus, it's going to add life to the life. That's the essence. We also need another button to display the score. Let's use paragraph tag again, then ID score. That's for styling. ID score. Let's have another one for question. Another paragraph. Then let's call the ID Q. Okay, is it okay? P. Fine. Then let's go to our CSS. Let's bring everything to center, as in text align, then center. Okay, this shows that everything on the page will come to center. Can you see? It's now at the center. Okay, let's declare the ID. When you use ID, you start with hash live, but if it is class, you put dots. If it is ID, we put hash. That's the major difference. Or ID can only be used once on a page, while we can use class more than one time. So font size of the live, font size, let's give it 5.5, 5.5 v minimum. Then text align, let's bring that to left. Margin left, let's use 5.5 as well. VM. Then which other thing we can put? Color of the text. Okay, color, let's give it just white color. That's hash FFF. That's white color. Okay, I think the background can now go back to its normal color. That's 299 or 292 rather, 292 D3F. Okay, and refresh. Why I'm using this background is that when you have a deep background, then text light text will show very well on it. Then when your background is lighter, then use deep text so that it will show. Just make sure you understand that. Then when anytime you are using background image, let the image, the color of the image and the color of the background be very close to each other, so that if the image fails, then the color will still appear nicely. So that is the essence. Let us continue. Then after live, we need a by. Okay, this by, let us create another ID with hash by. Then put your curly bracket for the styling. The font size, let us use the same thing as font size. Then text align to come to center. Font size 5.5 VM. Then text align, let's bring that to center. Okay, center. The margin left, let's use 30 VM. That's vmin. Then color, let's say black. Black can be ash 0000000. It's 0 in 6 places. Okay. Then background color should be white because we are using black text. So let's say background color white. That's F in 6 places. Okay. Then what can we add again? Okay, let's go for the height and the width of the button, because the bike is going to be a button. Let's go for height. Let's use 6.5 vm, 6.5 vmin. Okay. Then width. To have a square button, let's use the same size, 6.5 v minimum. That's v min. Then let us put border, because border okay, solid. Then let's put white color. Okay, solid white. Then border radius, let's make it a circle. So when you use border radius, let's say 50%, because we have the same dimension, we have a square. So when we use border radius 50%, then it's going to give us a circle button. Then let us check that on the page. Okay, as you can see this, can you see? So that is the button for buy. When you click this, then it's going to add life to the life. It will increase the life provided you have enough credit to buy the life. So let us create a button for the options. We need 4 buttons. Let's say B, T, N, 1. We can use the same style for them. Then we need BTN2, comma, hash BTN3, comma, then hash BTN4. So with these IDs, we are declaring 4 IDs. So we want to use the same style for them, because that's our options, like option A, B, C, D. So they take the same styling. Let's say font size. Font size. Let's use 7 points. Okay, let's say 7 vmin. Okay, then padding, let's say 3 vmin. Then let's use width, wideness of the button to be 80. Okay, let's say width 82, the value of the width of the screen. The margin, let's give the button margin 2/4. That's 2 vmin by 4 vmin. Okay. Then border radius, and we want to curve the edges of the button. Let's say border radius, let's give it just 2 vmin. Okay. What else can we do to that? Let's say background of the button to also be white. That's going to be background color. Let's use white as FFF. F in 6 places. That is white color. The color of the text, let's make it black color. Let's use black color, which is 0 in 6 places. So let us see that. Okay, we have not declared the button in this index. So let's put them inside a division. Let's use division tag. Then we try to put the ID here. ID. There's going to be BTN 1. BTN 1. That's the name of the first ID. Okay. Then let us duplicate this. We need four of them. So this is going to be BTN2, BTN3, and BTN4. Okay. Then let us see how this is going to display on our page. Fine. Let me remove the alert that is disturbing us. This alert. Let me remove this. Okay. Wait. So option A will display here, option B, option C, and option D. I think this is nice. Yeah, let us give this option button border. Let's give it border. Let's say border. Let's say solid. Yeah, let's give it gray. Gray color. Then thickness can be 0.3. Value of minimum VM or vmin rather. Save. Then let's see how it's going to display. Okay, I think this is better. Then scores, let us declare another button for the scores. We have the scores here, so let us style it by using hash for the ID, then scores. Let's say font size 5.5. We are using the same font size. We are using this. .5.5 is the font. Then text align, let's put that at the right hand side. Text align right. So this is what I'm trying to say. Refresh. Then it will come to this side. That's the right side. So when we click the by, then it will be added to the score. To the right. Then margin right. Margin right. Let's use 6. 6 vmin. Okay. The margin top. Margin top. 12.5. 12.5. 12.5 remain. Okay, then color of the text on the button. Color, let's give it white color as well. Okay. Okay, we don't have anything in this color, that's why it's not displaying this place. Let's put 30 to see how it's going to appear. Okay, I have not changed the background. Okay. Minus, let's say minus 12.5. Okay, this is the score. Can you see it? Okay, so we are going to put our score here, and life is going to be here. Let me trace the error. I don't think we have any error for now. Oh, scores. Okay. Okay, this is it. So this is the ID declared scores. Then here we are going to have scores as well. It must be the same thing, otherwise it won't work. So as you are clicking the answers, if you get them correctly, then this score will be increasing here. Then if you run out of life, if you want to buy more life, you click this button buy, then the life will be added to, okay, the life will be added to your life, then the money will be deducted from this point. Assuming a life is 50 points, when you click buy, then 50 will be deducted from this. If you have up to 70, then 50 will be deducted, 1 will be added to the life, then this will remain 20. Which other one? Okay, let's declare CSS for question. That's hash q hash, that's id q, then font size, let's make it 7 vmin, let's give it margin, let's make the margin 8 by 2 by 5 by 2, 8 vmin by 2 vmin by 5 vmin by 2 vmin. Okay, then what other thing? Let's give it color. Let's use another color, hash 5 a b0 f2. Okay, that's for the question. Refresh. Again, we don't have anything in the question for now. Oh, sorry, I used P here. Let's put Q for the question. So if you type any question here, let's say what is a noun? Okay, what is a noun? Refresh. So the question will display. Can you see? The question will come like this: what is a noun? Then the answers will drop here. Let me give okay, let's say this is naming word. Let's say naming word, action word, okay, as you can see. So what is a noun? Naming word, action word. You just have to click anyone you choose as your answer. Then once you click, if the answer is correct, it's going to add point to the score. If answer is wrong, it won't add anything, then it will bring another question. I think this is nice. Let us proceed. Okay, we also need another division for results, to display our result. When anytime a button is clicked, the result, the correct answer is going to display. Let's use paragraph for that. P, then ideal results. ID, let's call it results. Now let us give it its own style as results, curly brackets. Let's give it size, that's font size. Let's make it bigger than the remaining one by, let's say, 10 vmin. What else can we give this? Let's say margin and color. Okay, margin, let's say 15 vmin by 2 by 5 by 2 by 2 by 5 vmin by 2 vmin. Then okay, I think this is okay. Then let's give it color. Let's make it white color because we are using deep background color. As usual, let's put our F in 6 places for the color. Okay, so what we are trying to say is that anytime we click our answer, then original answer will display here. Okay, let's just see how that is going to appear. Okay, original answer will appear here as correct answer. Okay, fine. Let's go back. So what else do we need on the page? I think that's all for now. Okay, that's all. Let's go to our JavaScript. As you can see this, the question will display here. Then options will display inside these buttons. Options will display when you click your answer, assuming the first one is the answer. When you click, then correct answer is going to display here. So we can make that a green background. Then when you click, if A is the answer, then you click B, then correct answer is going to display here. Maybe then we need to, okay, background of this button can also be styled. When A is answer, when you click A, it's going to give us green button. Then when you click B as your correct answer, where A is answer, then this is going to bring out red background to show that you miss it. Now let's go to the JavaScript to make this project function. We start there. We are going to declare those things one after the other, the variables like the score, the buy, and so on. Okay, let's start with all our variables. To declare variable in JavaScript, just say var, that's variable. Then let's say time variable equal to 0. Equal to 0. Then we need go variable go. Variable go equal to 1. Go equal to 1. Let's declare our live and score. Variable live equal to, then let our default live be 3, equal to 3. I mean, at the beginning of the game, it's going to give us 3 lives. Then variable var score equal to, at the beginning of the game, the score is going to be 0. Then let us declare variable for our options. var a, so we are not using equal to. Let us create the line with semicolon. Var b, we do the same thing. Var c, we do the same thing, and var d, we do the same thing. We close that line with a semicolon. Let us declare another variable correct. That means if the answer is correct, var correct, then variable question, that's a QUES, then variable answer, SUANS as our answer. Answer variable. Let's declare a tick variable. TICK tick. Let's give this value 0. 0. Okay. Now, to display the question at random, let's declare another variable num. I mean, question number what equal to then math dot floor function. So inside this function, we need to put another function, which is math.random function. So math.random. Math.random function. This means that we want the questions to be coming at random. Let's make this one capital letter. Okay, that's math.floor function math. Okay, is correct. Then this is going to be multiplied by times how many questions do we want to put? Let's put 40 questions to start with. Times 40, then plus 1. Plus 1. Okay. So let us declare by function using function. This is not variable, but using function. Function by. buy. Then when you use function, you put bracket or parentheses, then curly brackets. Now let's give condition. If function, if score is greater than or equal to let's say 50, when we have 50 points, okay, then our score equal to 50, score minus 50, score equal to score minus 50. What I'm trying to do here is that, assuming we have 50, a life is 50 points, and when we have 50 points, or when we have 50 or more points, by clicking the button here, this button, then 50 should be deducted from this. So if you have 60 here, it will be 60 minus 50. If it is 70, it's going to be 70 minus 50. So we have deducted 50 points for a life. That's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, but else that means if the score is not up to 50, then alert function, alert will pop up just like the previous one. The alert we used to test the connection of this JavaScript page to our index. Alert, let's say you need 50 points to buy a life. You need 50 points to buy a life. Okay, fine. Then save it. Let us check if the function is going to work nicely here. Okay, where do we have buy? This place. That's where we want to buy. So let's use on click function. On click function. That means whenever this button is being clicked, on click equal to buy function. So we're going to use double quotes. Then buy function. Okay. Let's save it. What we are saying here is that on click equal to buy function. These are buy function. Anytime we click this particular button here, then this function should execute. So refresh. So I say whenever you click this, can you see you need 50 points to buy a life? Okay. But when you have up to, when you have 50 or more, then the function is going to work, because we don't have any point, any score. That is why it's giving us this. Okay, that one is working. Let's Okay, let's go back to our JavaScript. Okay, let's declare time. That means if the, because as we keep on missing the questions, then the life will be dropping -1, -1, -1. So once the life is up to 0, then the game will be over. So let's say set interval. Set interval function. So what to say after a button is clicked, assuming we click this answer, then it will give like a second or 2 seconds before bringing the second question. That's what we are trying to do. Okay, set interval function. Set interval function. This is also a function. Then let's give statements. If as condition, if time is greater than 0, greater than 0, okay, then time minus, then let's set 1 second, 1 second, okay, if interval function, okay, this is okay. Then set interval function, set interval, that's another function. Let's put function inside. Okay. Now let us set our options. Then question dot inner okay, inner HTML HTML equal to game over, equal to game over. That means once the life is 0, then the game is over. Oh, sorry. Question dot inner HTML. Okay, it's going to bring question. That's QUES that we have declared. We have declared somewhere here. Yes, this one to display here. Okay. then btn1, btn1, that's the button that we have declared, dot inner html equal to a, so that is the variable we have declared here. Now let us use this for the remaining ones. So that's button 2. The inner HTML is going to be B. Button 3 is going to be C. I think we've declared all of them here. Then button 4. Button 4 is going to be D. Okay. Now let us declare that of the score and life. Score dot inner HTML is going to be score. Okay, let's use invited comma. Score. So it's just going to say score. That is the text plus then the normal score. Okay. What we are saying here is that inside this place, so score will display here as text. Then we have colon, then it will display the score where we have this 30. Then let us do that for lives as well. It's going to be lives dot inner HTML, which is equal to, then it's going to give us this text as lives colon, okay, then plus is like concatenation in a JavaScript, as we use dot to concatenate in PHP, so we just say live. Okay. Now let's give condition to these variables. If function live equal to 0, live equal to, so to use equal to in variable we use to equal to 0, then what will happen next? If the live is equal to 0, it will be result dot inner HTML equal to game over. Yes. Result dot inner HTML equal to, yeah, to tell us game over. So let's put this in quotes. Okay. So what we are saying is that, this is where we have our results. This is where we have our results. Then if the life is equal to 0, immediately the life is less than 1, then it will display game over here. Then all this will be disabled. Okay, let's say question dot. Okay, after this, then we have a question which is q dot inner HTML equal to, let's make it empty. Once the game is over, then questions will not display again. That is what we are trying to say here. Then the button styles will not display. Let's say btn dot style dot display equal to none, equal to none. So we need this for the 4 button. The first one is going to be first button. Then we need 3 more of this. 3 more of this. Okay, the first button. Then this is the second button, btn2, btn3, btn4. Okay. Okay. So we are done with this first one. Then let's say if tick equal to 1 and correct equal to a. If there's another condition, if tick, that is when you click, the answer you tick is equal to 1, and when you use and you use this for and in 2 places, and correct, that's correct answer, correct answer equal to a. Then what will happen? The statement btn1 dot style dot background color, say btn1 dot style, want to style that button dot background color. Background color equal to, let's give it a color. Okay, let the color be 2E CC C in 2 places. Then 71. I'm thinking of a nice color. Let's say 71. Okay. Then we will repeat the same thing for the many buttons. Need 4 of them for the buttons. Okay, so when you click and the correct answer is A, when the tick is 1 and correct answer is A, then background color of that A is going to give us light green color. That's what I'm saying here. But if the tick is 1, if the selected answer is 1 and the correct answer is B, the background of that B button will display light green. That means correct answer. Then if the tick one is 1, that is correct answer, and the correct answer is C, then C button is going to display light green background. Then the same thing applicable to D. Okay. Let's test this. Let's say on click. Let's give all this on click. On click equal to then BT and 1 function. Okay, so if the first button is clicked, then this btn1 function should execute. So let's use this for the remaining buttons. If on click, that means if btn2 is clicked, okay, in order to differentiate between the CSS, because this is JavaScript, let's put 0 1 0 2. Okay, then if this is 0 3 0 3, then this is on click is 0 4 0 4, because I want us to differentiate between the style and the function. So style is btn1, then function is btn01. So when we are declaring our variable here, in this is going to be btn01 inside this JavaScript. Then inside the style we have the button btn1. Yes, can you see? In order to avoid confusion, that's why I'm trying to do this. So this one, we don't need anything here. We need nothing, so it's going to be empty. But anytime we make a click, then the original result is going to appear here. So this one we don't need score, then we don't need question as well. Okay, let's make them empty. This one too, we don't need all this, but let me just leave them for the sake of this tutorial, so they will not be empty. Can you see they are empty? So let me return them. Okay, but by the time I put the functions, JavaScript button and the questions inside, everything will work normally. So let us continue with our JavaScript. Okay. else have we? Now let me see where we stopped. Okay, you have declared the background colors of the button. Okay, then let us continue from here. If time equal to 0, if function time equal to 0, that's going to be equal to 0, and that's going to be and okay, go equal to 1, go equal to 1, then result dot inner dot html is going to be empty. So let's say result dot inner html is going to equal to then empty. Just put empty double quote like this, then tick equal to 0. Tick means you are selecting your option, will also be equal to 0. I mean, there is no time anymore, no more live, so result is going to be empty, then you will not be able to click again. Then let us style our button. Let's say BTN1 dot style dot pointer events. Pointer. I'm trying to avoid typographical error. Events equal to auto. This auto is going to be in quotes. Okay, that is for button 1. Then we need this for all the buttons, the 4 buttons. Let's duplicate this. Okay, so BTN2, BTN3, BTN4, everything is auto. Now let us style the background of the button. Let's say btn1.style.background. As background color equal to white. Let's say white. You can use the normal hash F in 6 places, or you type your white like this. It's going to work. So let us repeat this for other buttons. We need 4 buttons as well. Button 1, button 2, btn3, btn4. Okay, then let's use our num again. Let us repeat our number, which is num equal to the math dot floor function, then it will be math dot random times 40 plus 1. This times 40, because we said we want to use 40 questions. Close the bracket here. Then plus 1, and close the function bracket. Something is missing. Why am I having this? Let me check again. Let me close this with it. Okay. Then num equal to math dot floor. Okay, this is function. They will now put another function inside. Function 2, okay, dot math dot random function. Call this function. So okay. Okay, let me close this. See, I've been error. Where is the error coming from? Make sure. Okay. I'm having only one bracket. Okay. I've seen my key. Now let us switch question. That means after the first question is being selected, either you are right or wrong, then it will check other functions. If our life is greater than 0, then it will bring another question. So let's say switch num let's continue here. Switch switch function, and what are we switching? We are switching the number num, and what will be the statement? Then this is where you now ask I add your questions. Let's say the first question is we use case 1, that's the first question, colon, then question 1, that's QUES equal to, then let us write our question. What can I put in? The match, let's say the match okay, the match dash 3, 4, 5. Let me just use 5 underscores. the match dash before we reach the field. The match dash before we reach the field. Okay, so that's our first question. Now let's put our options. Option A equal to, and what will be our answer? Answer will be inside the code. Maybe the match starts. Let us repeat this for the remaining options. So this is option B. Option C. Option D. Option D. So let us change the answer. Started. Let's say I've started. The match have started. Then the match had started. Okay, then what is the correct answer? That's correct answer equal to, that's correct equal to, then we put the one that we feel it is the correct answer, put it here. Okay, then we need to, let us break it. Okay, now what we are trying to say here is that we have the variables being declared already here, that is A, B, C, D, and correct. Then we have the question, answer, and so on. So what we are saying here is that this case, that is the first question. The first case, if question is the match dash before we reach the field, then you have full stop here. Then is it the match starts, or the match started, or the match have started, or the match had started? This is the correct answer, which is D. So if this tally with this, then it's going to pick D as the correct answer. If this is the, if we feel B is the correct answer, then we have to put the correct answer here. That is the logic. Then we repeat the same thing for all questions, as case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5. Let me use this for second question, which is case 2. Just change this to 2. Case 2. Case 3. Case 3. Case 4. In order to save time, let us use just 5 questions. Case 5. I mean, we have to drop this to 5. Just 5 questions. But don't forget, it's very important. Then drop these 2 to 5 questions. I mean, we are having all 5 questions all together. So let us change the questions to different questions so that as the thing is changing, as the questions are changing, we see how it is displaying. Let me say I shall wait here until he dash back. Okay, for case 2, let us change our question to I shall wait here until a dash, I'm using 5 underscores, until a dash back. That's question 2. Is it comes back or come back? Let's say come until it come back, until it comes back, until it came. Let's use came. Until it came back, or until it will come back. Until it will come back. Until it will come back. So if you feel comes back is the correct answer, then just say comes. Okay, until it comes. So that is our correct answer. Then if this is the correct answer, it's going to select B as the correct answer. So far they are equal. That's the most important thing. Let us change question 3 to hurry. Hurry up, comma, the taxi that, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 5 waiting. Okay, so is waiting. Hurry up, the taxi is waiting. I think that is the correct answer. Don't let us waste our time. Is the correct, okay, the taxi is waiting. Let's form the other options. Taxi has been waiting, or the taxi had been waiting. Had been waiting, or the taxi have been waiting. The taxi have been waiting. Okay, and we are done with question 3. Remain 2 more questions. Let's say he dash here until you return. He dash here until you, okay, let's say he dash here until you return. Pardon my keyboard. Until you return. Okay, what are the options? will stay I mean it will okay it will stay here until you return, or would stay here until you return, or it stays here until you return, or none of this. As in none. None of the above, or none of this. Let's just plural this. So if none is our answer, then let us write correct answer here. I feel we stay here. We stay, that's the correct answer. We stay here until you return. Okay. Break and say go equal to 0. So if you just be generating the question within all this, go equal to 0, okay, and comma 1, and close this function here. Something is missing with this error signal. Let me quickly trace it from error, but I'm seeing the error signal under this. Let me change this to calculator. And if I click 1, I bring the error. It's almost from this side. Plot the function. Okay, now let us declare the function button for the JavaScript, which as said is going to be BT and 01. But we use btn1 for the style, btn01 function. So as we have this, now let us give the statement tick. Now when you click the button that you feel is the correct answer, equal to 1, and the tick equal to 1, then our answer is going to be A. It's going to be equal to A. Then if A equal to correct, if the A equal to correct answer, then declare a statement results in results dot inner HTML, results dot inner HTML is going to be equal to correct. It's going to be correct. You just display correct. Okay, then this is going to be in quotes. The string. So result.inner.html equal to correct. Then score equal to, when the answer is correct, score is going to be score plus what? So when the user gets a question correctly, then we are adding, let's say, 10 points. Let's add 10 points to that. Then else result dot inner, if your answer is going to be wrong, else is going to come here, then the answer is going to be, the response is going to be wrong. Okay, then when the answer is wrong, then life should be minus. That means -1. We are removing one life from that life. Then let us type our button. btn1 style dot background color. The background color should be, let's say, red, equal to red. Okay, what I'm saying here is that if A is clicked and the answer is right, it should just echo, it should just display correct. Then the score is going to be score plus 10. So if the score is 30, it's going to be 30 plus 10. If score is 100, it's going to be 100 plus 10 to make it 110. Then else, that means if the answer is not A, if A is clicked here and the answer is not A, that is why we have S here, then this inner.html result will not be wrong. It's going to tell us here under this place, it's going to say wrong. Then when the wrong is displayed, then the life will be deducted by 1. So if the user has 2 lives, it's going to be 2 minus 1, which is 1, or let's say 3 minus 1, which is 2. Then the background of the click button of that A button will turn to red to show that that answer is wrong. The selected answer is wrong. Then other buttons can give us white. Let's declare for other buttons to be white. Okay, when A is clicked and the answer is correct, we say it will display correct and give us 10 marks, 10 points. But if A is wrong, if A is clicked and A is wrong, that A will display red background, while others will remain white as usual. Then what? Okay, let us declare time as well. If time is equal to 3, we are given 3 lives at the beginning of the game. So if you click wrong answers 3 times and go equal to 1, then btn start pointer event btn1 btn1 dot want to start the button start dot pointer events equal to none. So we'll repeat this for the remaining buttons. Okay, this is 2. This will be 3. And this will be 4. Let us repeat the same thing here. This is for the second button, third button, and the fourth button. So we are done for the first button. Then the second button, we will repeat the same thing. Let's say function function. We want to do that for button 2. Let me see if we can manage. Okay, let us use this. Let's use all this. Copy. Then you paste for the second condition. But this is going to be for second button, which is button 2. Then answer is B. Now done for answer is A. If second button is clicked and answer is B, then B equal to correct. This should give us correct message. Then inner.html equal to correct score, we add 10, but else it's going to display wrong. Then this button is going to be red. Button 2 will be red. Button 1 will remain white, because button 2 is the wrong one, so it's going to give us red, while other ones will give us white. And all these being equal. So let us use the same thing for the third button. I mean, if button 3 is clicked and the answer is C, which is the third, then C will give us correct answer. The inner.html will be correct, it will give us 10 points, but else wrong and subtract 1 life. then what is going to be red? BTN3 is going to be red, while BTN1 and 2 and 4 will be white. All other things being equal. So let's do it for the last button. If button 4 is being clicked and the answer is the fourth button, which is D, then D is the correct answer. D equal to correct answer. Then inner.html will give us correct, give us 10 points. Otherwise, that is else. Then button 4 is going to be red. Button 4 will be red. Then 1, 2, 3 will give us white, and all of that things being equal. We are almost done with all the variables we are declaring. And we are done for the okay. We will remove these ones here. And we remove this. These as well. Okay, let's remove this answer too. And refresh. Okay. Okay. This means hash. Okay, I need to give hash here. Hash here. To display the color nicely, the background color. Okay, I'll detect the error. Leave one bracket here, and this shouldn't display any error. Okay, everything is correct. Refresh. Okay, undefined. This is undefined. Okay, says correct. Okay, lives. How many lives then? By scores Q. Okay. Okay, everything is working nicely. And the score. Okay, Orihop, the taxi is waiting. life is here 3 lives 3, let's say lives view theory. Then let me go to the styling of the life. Oh, this is lives. It should be lives. I can see that's why the life is not shown here. Okay, the life is period now. I shall wait here until it comes back. Margin top. Let me give it margin. Margin top. But the value should be -13. V main. V minimum. Which other thing? All other things are equal. Okay. Orbital is waiting and correct is displaying. Then let's work on the time and the live should be plus live. Then we need to add to live. We only subtracted, we have not added. Refresh. So it comes back, this is correct. If time is greater than 0, and now this resets interval function. Interval function key equal to okay. What is this called? Declared scores, not scores. Okay. Lives equal to life. Okay. Now we have our score. You dash here until you return. You will stay here. The score is 10. Then this is given correct. Oh, button 2 should give us this. Button 3 and button 4. So okay, I've seen the error here. So this should be BTN, not BNT. BTN. So this is going to be btn2, btn3, btn4. Save and come back here, refresh the page. So the match dash before we read the field. The match had started. Correct. And you can see that it has changed another question. He dash here until he returns. He will stay here until he returns. Then bring another question. Hurry up, the taxi is waiting. You can see that it is adding to the questions. Then I shall stay here until he comes back. Then it's going to display the answer correct under. So let's say this one is wrong. Can you see it shows the correct answer, then underneath it gives a wrong. Is it wrong? Then the life remains 1, so I have to buy because I've set it to 2. Let me start again. Let me correct this. Okay, minus 2. That will be minus 50. If it is greater than 50, then you need 50 points. If not, up to 50. So let's start again. Refresh. You have 3 lives, then 0 score. Try to buy a life. So you need 50 points to buy a life. Okay. So the match had started. And added 10. Try to buy life. It can't buy life because the point is not up to 50. So it can repeat question twice. I started making 20. We stay here making 30. Because we have just 5 questions. That's why it's repeating questions like this. The match has started. 50, then you can buy life from this. This will turn to 1. The 50 will be deducted from this score. So CBT game is just as simple as this. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so that anytime I put other projects, you'll be able to see them. You'll be able to see notification as early as possible. Thank you very much.